Subscriber, welcome back. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you can join the chat during the live feed, and hit the notifications bell so that you can be notified when the next showing is. And thank you for everybody for showing up. You look great. You smell amazing from here. If you are seeing me anywhere besides YouTube, holla back to YouTube and let me know, because I'm only on YouTube. And until the channel gets monetized or whatever, you can send donations through the only place I have an account is Venmo, Angel Radio, Tarot. So if you're the first person to comment on any of my videos or shorts, you'll be the winner of the 15-minute free read giveaway, the first commenter free read giveaway. It's a personal, pre-recorded 15-minute read. And so include your question in that first comment, and you'll see on a video if you're the first commenter or not. So include your question when you comment on that first time. I wasn't going to read this morning, but I got in the middle of getting ready for dog training, and I just I kept getting kind of not sidelined, but redirected or U-turned back to getting back here. Like some of you are being encouraged to stop trying to push forward and take a beat right where you are. Some of you, I'm gonna adjust this real quick. Some of you are really just trying to get on, like trying to get on with your day or trying to get on with your intention, but you are just you're not getting thwarted so much as just turned back to center. Most people work for a century to try to do that on purpose. So yeah, if this is you, then this is a good time for you to, hi Shikar, hi. If this is you, then this is a good time for you to stop trying to push forward, or this is a good time to take that signal to not strive right now. This usually means that someone or something is moving in your house, in your like people that you know or people that you don't know but are moving in circles that influence things that are happening to you. It's got a butterfly effect thing happening right now. So it's just, Spirit is saying that it's not your turn. It's time for you to be still. This could be in a larger, some kind of larger event or social exchange that's happening. Yeah, and it's not your turn to be taking action. It's your turn to sit still while everybody else is being moved and inspired in preparation for what's coming for you next. Okay. We're going to check with the vocabularium. We're still in the A's. I wandered off into the C's not long ago. Let's see. I am in the U.S. I am in the North America, in the United States. Let's see. I don't have my, I'm not set up for looking at who's paying up through Venmo for questions, so we're not going to take any questions right now. But so this will be just a general read, and we'll let this stew. Someone's name's Stuart. I was thinking about Jacob and Stuart today. Obesum, abomasum is the fourth compartment of the ruminant stomach that follows the omasum and has the true digestive function. So it's the fourth compartment that follows the omasum. So I'm getting like this is like symbolism of this message, or this coming of events is compartmentalized like this. Like there's someone who is in the fourth compartment of events, and it follows the omasum, which is the other people. So what are you? The true digestive function. You have the true, you are the executor in the romance of your life. So these are all the supporting actors that are moving right now. And the lead role here, aglet. So we've got the little piece of plastic that's on the tip of a shoelace that is the, I'm getting throwbacks to a graphic novel I produced last year called this is a black and white series, but so a lot of it was some space driven. There was some element of dimension jumping, and who's that flip? And this is like the missile that shoots through the dimensional portal, like the aglet threading through the eyelid of a shoe, a tennis shoe, a lacing shoe. And what follows was not the shoestring in that setting, was the bad guys being lured through the dimension to get rid of them. I'm getting St. Patrick. Accipiter. My jaw is tight this morning. Some of you are being discouraged from speaking. Some of you are being discouraged from speaking your truth. Accipiter. Any of the genus of Mediterranean forest hawks. Short, broad wings, a long tail, distinct flight patterns of several quick flaps and a glide. There's what's a disco dance or some kind of line dancing that's 2 quick steps and a glide. Maybe I'm getting social dancing, not square dancing, but like ballroom social dancing, 2 quick steps and a glide. Anything else here? What else? What else have we got here? Some of you are sidestepping some business dealings. Some of you are, where to go? Where to go? Oh, that's slippery. Some of you, whoever you're doing business with right now, they are slippery as an eel. Not you, the person you're dealing with, you're being warned. You're being warned. Don't take your eyes off of this fool. Agnostic, a person with the view that God is unknown and unknowable, or uncommitted that God exists, is or isn't, or is unwilling to commit to an opinion on the subject. Now, typically, I'd take that as that there's someone here that's watching. That, dude, why are you watching if you're not, like, why are you here if you don't buy any of this, if you don't believe any of this? Why? But you're being tarot curious. Someone here is tarot curious. I guess there's no fault in that, no? Right on. So somebody here is this is your first time visiting the channel, maybe? Or this is the first time that you have found any kind of like, oh, like shit, like people really do this. Ablate, to bear, tolerate, remove or destroy by cutting, abrading, evaporating, or vaporizing. Maybe you thought that this was a dead, like a dead language. Like this was just something from the Hollywood or something. No, people really do this. People really have this experience. You can too. Acritarch or acritarch. Any of a group of fossils of one-celled marine planktonic organisms of uncertain, various, early known eukaryotes. So tiny little fossils, tiny little, I'm getting like 1,000 little cuts. Thank you for the like. A thousand, death of 1,000 cuts. Some of you are dealing with a sarcastic person, a toxic environment. Try not to get my glasses glaring up in the light there. Adiabatic, occurring without loss or gain of heat, as in the expansion of gases, and then aborning, while being born or produced, or in the act of being born or produced. So something is coming into creation. Interesting. This is giving, somebody's doing witchcraft without elemental exchange. Alchemy? It's not alchemy, because this is alchemy and basic witchcraft. You have to have, it's just an exchange of energies. You can't create something out of nothing. And it's all based on, you know, corporeal or non-corporeal, but in existence. You can't just pop shit out into being without feeding something material into it. It's like a 3D printer. You can't just print without having material fed into it. Yeah, something is being created right now without the loss or gain of heat. So someone is doing some kind of, what is that? What is that? Someone thinks that you made something out of nothing. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. You make it look like you make stuff out of nothing. I think the Magician card would be popping up here if we were reading traditional tarot. Whoa. What was that? Abdias, or Obadiah, a Hebrew prophet, prophetic book of the canonical Jewish and Christian scripture. So someone, that has to do with this. There's something new on the spirit realm that just came into existence that has never existed before, or existed before and was taken out of existence and brought back. And there was word of this, that this was going to occur. So there's some, I need to do a little research, or maybe you're doing some kind of scriptural research, theological research. You know, I've been talking for a little while. We're at the 16th of December and talking about how this Christmas is going to be this solstice, this winter solstice in 2025. Yeah, abaxial, situated out of or away from the axis. Yeah, the abaxial. The example is the lower surface of a leaf. There's the dark side. This is the Christmas. This is the dark Christmas. This year is definitely the dark Christmas. It's a Christmas of Krampus instead of Santa. Absolve. This is to end a massive, massive spiritual cycle. And it's happening on a dimensional or spiritual realm. Okay. Okay. I got somebody out my door bumming my dog. Okay. Okay. All right. So we're just gonna. I think maybe that's our confirmation for where this is at. My head was getting really spacey there. It was getting like just like I was tripping. Kind of like something just like the buzz just kicked in. Yeah, I got very far away there for a second. Because this is a deep occurrence. This is a deep event that's happening on the spirit world. That's what it is. Yeah. This is the big spiritual battle. This is the big good and evil, heaven and hell, judgment day. This closing of an age of truth and reconciliation that we are in globally right now as a species. Yeah. As a species, you're being reminded that the species has men, women, and in-betweens. And we're all people. We're all people. Yeah, there's some advisory here against separating your concepts of how freaking closely we all are connected. It is the great illusion of existence, the illusion of separation. The minerals in your bones are the dirt of the earth, and I breathe the same air as Shikar from India. It takes a while to get over to me, but we breathe the same air. And we sleep in the same darkness of the galaxy while our little blue ball goes spinning through the cosmos. We are all the same organism. We are all one organism. It's giving what's that tree? It is the largest, it's a forest grove, and it's the largest single living organism on the planet. And this grove, it's like, you know how a camellia bush will run tubers under the ground and then pop up as another bush somewhere. But it's still the same plant. And that's how this whole entire freaking forest is built. It's one tree. And these are just massive trees. And it's one freaking tree. It's one plant. That's every animal that crawls on the earth. You know, don't get it twisted. Humans are great. We got thumbs. But Language is no big deal. Some of you are having trouble communicating with someone that is talking down to you. I'm feeling this indignation of like, wait a minute, motherfucker. Who do you think you're talking to? Don't get caught up. You're being advised. Some of you, not all of you, are caught in this right now. If this is you, if it applies to you, great. If it doesn't, let it pass and, you know, leave it for someone else to appreciate. But Aqualescent, having no stem or appearing to have none. Having no stem as opposed to, wow, we were just talking about the big tree life. This having no stem, I mean, that's the complete opposite. This is what you feel like you're talking to. The person that you're talking to is rooted in nothing. This is not a worthy conversation. You don't bother even honoring it. This doesn't come from a good place. This doesn't go into a good place. This conversation was initiated in conflict, for the pleasure of conflict. You were dealing with a demon. You were keeping company with a demon. Flee and purify your heart. Get into the runes. I'm keeping a couple of books open here just to kind of feel this. My morning meditation is typically done from a different chair while I'm sipping my morning tea and still coming awake. And I got on the job this morning, like on task, pretty early on, instead of languishing. And while I'm not hyper, I am motivated. But the conversation and the download that comes right after waking, we'll see what comes up here. I was hoping to combine it with my traditional reading for myself. Sometimes I'll pop in here with my tea and just do a quick read alone for me to see where my stuff is at. And I don't touch a lot of stuff besides coming out here and talking with you guys. I got shit to do, but I don't mix with a lot of folks because every time I mix, it creates conflict. I keep to myself. I mind my own business is what it's called. It's a special ancient technique called minding my own business. If I'm minding my own business, I don't have time to be paying attention to what you got going on. I care. I hope you're doing good. I hope people around me is doing good. And I'll be there for when shit goes bad and you're hurting. But I'm busy because what happens is most of the people that's around me maybe this is you got people around you like you're the one that doesn't have time to be sitting watching TV. I watch the YouTube while I'm resting my body. Some of you have this lifestyle where you have an activity for every energy level, but you're honoring your body at this time, or you're being encouraged to honor your body at this time. Like, you get to rest because most of the time you're up moving around from the time your eyeballs pop open. You get to sit down, okay? And maybe your mind, if you're high vibe, your mind is busy, you're always problem solving, and it's not anxiety ridden, it's just your mind moves very quickly, and it needs a lot of, it does, I mean, you don't want to keep yourself all frantic and shit, but you're just curious, and at the speeds at which you're curious is what motivates you to set up a lifestyle where you're not interrupted from your curiosity. There's a sense of mankind of, the self, friends, enemies, the social order. You're aware of how much time you spend by yourself. You're aware of that there are people around you that want your attention that you're not necessarily giving. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, hold on. This is bugging me. Okay. Yeah, you see my trainer pack on my hip. I was getting all ready and dressed for the day and was preparing to go and do training with the dog, and I had to just pull aside and deal with this. Yeah, so you're very keen right now about your relationship. Maybe you're got putting a lot of thought into. Some of you are putting more mental energy than actual performance or actual execution into your relationships. You're really into your projects right now. Maybe you're being encouraged to reach out to your people because you're doing less of that than you think. You're thinking about them more than you're actually reaching out. Maybe this is your kind of, yeah, you're being encouraged to engage in some teamwork, loyalty, building trust with some folks. Um, there's some new beginnings here happening for you based on that. About this kind of reaching out a little bit. Like you're being encouraged to reach out a little bit more. See this teamwork keep coming up. Um, you're really comfortable where you're at, though. You're really enjoying where you're at. There's not a lot of natural motivation for you to step out of this to, I don't know, groom your relationships. But that's kind of what it feels like right now. If you go and do this, they're going to pick up on the fact that you're just kind of keeping the burner warm, but you really are just busy. There's a need, you're feeling needful self-reliance, endurance, and survival. You're so focused right now on what you're working on. There's that pleasure and comfort thing. Uh, we got the wrath of nature here, uncontrolled forces. What's going to happen, because there's a hail here, what's going to happen is there's going to be some shit that, you're not really in a place of needing your community right now. But you will, and you're going to wish that you had stopped what you were doing and invested. And this isn't manipulation, this isn't purchasing, this isn't um, uh, turning, what is it? What is the word I'm looking for? Where is it? Commercial exchange, like when you're in a relationship with somebody and they you get that feeling like, oh, if they put in so many good girl coins, they get out the good guy, or they get him to do stuff for you. That's um, purchase of exchange. This isn't what you're doing. You are being reminded that you need to lift your head up. It's good for you to pull your head up, and just like watering a plant, you really don't do a whole lot with a plant except for, the maintenance. It needs to be watered regularly. It needs you to pay attention to it. It needs to be groomed regularly. But most of the time, it's pretty cool on its own. But if you expect anybody, this isn't a purchase. it makes you a better person. It makes you better at what you do when you are not with these people. Yeah. That's the because you're resenting being pulled away from what you're enjoying right now. You're really in the zone. There's an insight or a communication that's going to happen here. There's inspiration and a true vision that is going to come to you from, yeah, this is the juice that makes it so rich when you get off into your creative zone. Where do you think that comes from? You'll kind of sort of wither up if you don't get human exchange regularly. We need that for like hormone development. So here we are. Yeah, there's your creative, there's your creative, it's what feeds your, it may not feed you, but it feeds your muse. It feeds whatever it is, the mechanism that you feel as inspiration. That entity needs to be fed with social interaction regularly. Oh, let's see. Yeah, that's where your wealth and abundance is going to come from. Come on. That's where your wealth and abundance is going to come in. Right. Yeah, success and goals comes right in here. What, I got two of these. I don't have two of these. They're different. What am I reading out? Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, that was right. Yeah, that's your success and your stuff is going to be honored. And then there's, yeah, it's building these relationships. Because what, you still got to go into this phase of putting whatever it is that you're doing, I don't know, it's not just about you. It's not all totally about you. Even if you were just hiding in the woods and a steward of the land, you still want to apply your energies toward that stewardship, which involves other people. Yeah, power of renewal, dreams and fantasy. Some of you are having dreams about changes that you're unsure of because it would bring change to your comfort level, your comfortable place here that you've built around yourself. That is a problem for you. That's what's sticking. You're stuck in not wanting to change because this is a really good place. This is a really good place. You're really getting a lot out of this. But there's more. There's more. There's still so much more to access. And the further along you go in this, the better you get at it. So these changes won't be, I get that these changes aren't going to be forced upon you. You're being given an opportunity here. There's an opportunity coming to you in this. It's an unexpected opportunity. It's based on the fact that there are people around you watching you be still, watching you be quiet. You have gone into your time to shut up in color mode and not concerning yourself with other people because shit got quiet, because shit got good for a while. And then they're like, wait a minute, there's people that they know that when shit is good, that's when their drama kicks high. And you're just over here being quiet, coloring and being quiet, watching, still a part of everything. But this whole, there's, when times are good or when times are stable, that's when people show you, it used to be, when times are tough, that's when somebody shows their character or when you find out who your friends are. But if times are good, you look around and see about the people that are still bitching. You look around and see about the people that are still petty. Someone's pitying you. Someone Someone is being a fucking snob. Because things are really good right now, or really solid in a situation or a group. And there's still, this motherfucker is being just a rude cunt about everything. God's always, you can't blame it on a bad hip anymore. They're still just a really hateful SOB. Why? Why do they have to be like this? Look, I think that's all we're gonna have for today. Thank you, Anushri, for coming in. Thank you, Kristen Shines. Thank you for visiting. Look, hit that like and subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can be right back here with me the next time I come on live. I'm Cece. Thank you for visiting Angel Radio Tarot. Take care now. We'll see you soon.